Hey everybody, welcome back to A Better Computer. My name is Matt, and I am so excited about today's video because I get to talk about a brand new app that I just am immediately in love with and had to share. I had to drop everything and share just kind of my experience with it so far. So let's just jump straight into the screen share. The app is called Xnapper, which is a screenshotting tool. And longtime viewers of the channel might be like, you already use a screenshotting tool. You use Cleanshot X, right? And I do. I love Screenshot X, or Cleanshot X, I should say. So I can take screenshots, I can take multiple ones, I can take the full screen, right? Like, it's a great replacement to the system screenshotting tool, and there's markup tools, right? So I can like add some arrows, add some text, like all that's great. I love Cleanshot X, and Cleanshot X isn't going anywhere for me. But this is an additional screenshotting tool that for me is really useful. So let me use a different shortcut, and we're going to take a screenshot. I'm purposely going to be a little off here, right? I'm not doing this perfectly. So here's the screenshot, and you can already see what's a little different about it. So it has my screenshot, but it's also kind of rounded the corners, put a shadow behind it and a gradient, and I can actually start to tweak this from here. So you see some sliders here to increase or decrease the padding. I think that's pretty good. You can change the border radius on the screenshot to whatever you'd like. You can adjust the amount of shadow that there is. And you can actually save your preset. You can create new presets, use the defaults, whatever you'd like. There's also this inset option and balance. And so what does this do? So I did say I purposely didn't align this perfectly because I'm not always going to take screenshots like exactly lined up perfectly. I tried to exaggerate it here. But if you do balance, it's going to balance the screenshot and try to center whatever it thinks you were trying to take a screenshot of. Now, this doesn't look great because the padding like internal and like in the screenshot is pretty tight. So this is where you can use inset to expand that a little to whatever you think is comfortable. I kind of dig that. And now I think the padding could be a little bit more. So this is something I'm pretty happy with, and that's centered. It looks nice. Like I could adjust the border radius. I think maybe it's a little too, I'm not quite sure how much to do. So we'll do something like that. But from here, I can go ahead and change the backgrounds to these fun little gradients, right, until I find one that I think works. I kind of dig the sky one. I can also choose a plain color, a gradient, or a custom image, or I could just use my desktop. But let's go with this guy. I think this one looks pretty good. So from here, you can play with the sliders and kind of make things look how you want. And then you can adjust the aspect ratio. So you could do just 4:3. If you're showing it to something like Twitter, you could say Twitter, and then you can choose what sort of tweet. And we'll say it's a single image tweet. And now it's aligned it to work well with how Twitter does images. Maybe it's my profile header, and it's going to optimize it for that. But you can do that for Facebook, Instagram. Like if you want this to go into a story, you could do that. You could do, if it's a YouTube thumbnail, make it a YouTube thumbnail. And it does that all nicely to make sure the aspect ratios are right. And again, from here, you can keep kind of tweaking to make sure you get it exactly how you want. This is how I'm going to make the thumbnail for this video, I think, hopefully. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. It can redact email addresses automatically. I'll show you that in a second. And then there's a watermark. So you can make this watermark whatever you want, and if you pay for the app, you can remove it. But if you don't pay for the app, it's going to say like something like taken with Xnapper. I forgot the name of it for a second. But yeah, anyway, so once you're done with it, you can go ahead and copy it, save it with keyboard shortcuts if you'd like. You can save as anywhere on your computer, or you can copy the original screenshot or save the original screenshot without the corners and the background and all that. You can just do the normal one. But I'll just copy it. It's copied to my clipboard, and if I go to Twitter, for example, paste it, there you go. So there's my nice image that I can share online wherever I'd like. So for me, this is something that's actually really nice because I could do this, and I've done this with like Figma and Sketch and that sort of thing, but this just makes it automatic. So it's just a different screenshotting shortcut I can set up on my keyboard. I did mention I was going to show you test@gmail.com, the masking of emails. So if I like take a screenshot here and it's redacting email addresses, it's going to detect there's an email address there and redact it. So this is good if you're sharing your personal stuff. You can go ahead and redact emails. Hopefully they'll add more redactions to different things like credit card numbers or just stuff like that in the future. Or let me just like freely redact things if I want, but it's cool to have this sort of thing just kind of built into your screenshotting tool. So yeah, that's Xnapper on the Mac. They do mention this one more thing, so let me go ahead and I'm going to start screen recording on my phone so you can see this. But they do have Xnapper on the iPhone and iPad as well. And so they're showing how it works here, but basically you can go ahead and take a screenshot, crop it to whatever you'd like, and then add it to your share sheet so that it shows up. I actually can't get that to work. So what I have to do is go into the app itself, open Photos, or manually do it. It's going to warn me that I'm using the free version. Okay. And then, so it kind of does this. The one of the downsides of the mobile app is it only lets you export square images. You don't have the aspect ratio stuff, but you do have some controls over the shadows, the border radius, that sort of thing. And you can change to some of these different backgrounds. No custom ones, but you can use one of these built-in ones. And you can see Screenshot by Xnapper is on there, and I can't get rid of it unless actually I can get rid of it, I should say. I can just select it, say update, and now it's gone, which is good, which is cool for the free version, but you have to do that every single time. So the next time I go into this app, it's going to put the watermark back. I have to remove it. But anyway, so at this point I can save it. If I go into my settings, you can see I can do some auto redact emails and auto balance the images, but that's it. So I can go ahead and save it to my camera roll, and that's it. So the one thing that I will say is also a downside here, another thing that's a downside maybe of the mobile app, is that I'm using the free version right now, and I need to get an Xnapper subscription through the App Store to basically use the paid version. So even though I paid for the app on the desktop, I still don't get the mobile app included in that. That's another $15 a year. So that's not ideal. I would really love it if my license on the Mac would work on the iPhone and iPad as well, but it doesn't seem to. So that's definitely a downside. I'm definitely not as enthused about the mobile app as I am about the Mac app. But yeah, I think the Mac app is really exciting, really nice. They're showing some more, markup tools coming soon, upload to a cloud account, which I probably won't use, but I guess could be useful. And yeah, it's a really cool app. I'll go to the pricing page just so you can see. Basically, they're running a sale right now. I don't know if this is just the permanent pricing or if it's actually a sale. A lot of websites like to show like, hey, it's normally $35, but now it's $29, which is actually just always what they're going to charge. But anyway, it's basically $30 for one device, $40 for two, $50 for three, and you can do a $5 per device per month, which is very expensive over time. So yeah, I probably wouldn't do this, especially since I think the mobile app you have to pay again for. So yeah, that's the pricing. Again, this video is not sponsored or anything. I just really like this app. I guess for total clarity, this is the one that I purchased so I can use it on my personal computer and my work computer. But yeah, really cool new screenshotting tool. As far as I know, just came out. And so yeah, hopefully it's interesting to you. If it was, check the link in the description to go check out their website and purchase it if you'd like, or try it out for free. Either works for me. Again, I'm not being paid or anything to make this video. I just thought it was cool. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you here next time. Bye-bye.